Hi, welcome to Arizona Highland Homestead. Another Bluebird day here in the highlands of Arizona, central Arizona. We got our dorpers out grazing. These are the older ewes. This one is number 492. She has been bred now, and it is the end of October 2024. This one's produced two sets of twins for us the last couple years. Two sets of twin lambs. Last year it was two ram lambs. And this year it was two ewe lambs. So we'll see what happens next year. Maybe we'll get one of each. But she is a great mother. She seems like she maybe cycles a little bit more frequently than the rest of our sheep. She's a great example of the Dorper breed, but not perfect, that's for sure. She's a commercial grade ewe, but we like her. She's got a pretty good personality, good appetite, and she's back with all of her friends. So the rest of these are all pure Dorpers, except for this one that's more brown on her back. That one's half East Frisian, which is a milk sheep. Those of you who watch our channel regularly probably already know that. That one there on the left of her is our papered ram. He's the only one that we've got that's papered, but they're all purebred. That one is the daughter to this one over here with the black on her bottom under the tail. But yeah, she's a good example of the breed too. But her father's line had more wool, which we don't like so much, and we will probably keep, she will be bred and we'll keep her line going probably, but we'll try to selectively breed the wool out of her line. So we'll see what comes with that. This is her first time being bred. All the rest of them had lambs this spring, and the mother to her has only dropped singles for us, so it'd be interesting to see if we get more singles out of her or we get any twins. It's nice getting twins. It doubles the flock every year, which is really helpful. It's one of the reasons why we prefer sheep over cattle. The other thing is that they're less impactful on the land. They don't quite eat as much of the resources. They have less weight upon their hooves, which compacts the soil less, especially when it's wet or muddy or snowy. And yeah, they can kind of get in there and eat more in between the bushes, and they also browse a lot more than the cows do. They don't seem to have problems with the acorns and the oak and stuff like cows do sometimes. But we're out here grazing them. This isn't the best pasture. You can see it's a little bit thin in spots, but we really haven't grazed them on this piece yet. We've been here 2 years and haven't grazed any sheep out here yet. We kind of wanted to have a baseline, some knowledge as to what it looks like when it goes fallow. So for 2 seasons now, it's been fallow. There was one horse on the property when we purchased it, which some of you may already know from me talking about it in the past. But the one horse didn't seem to impact this part of the pasture all that much. Looked like that horse, he wanted to eat more on our front pasture than back here. I think he was waiting for his people to come home every day, looking for them. But this pasture back here has the opportunity and the potential to really take off. The soil is actually pretty high quality. I'll show it off sometime here in the future and just show maybe I'll show different soil types that we've got out here. We don't have a whole lot of stony ground, but we do have some clay. Most of it is more of a sandy loam, I'd say, which a loam is like a great mixture of the different types of soil that you can have, whether that's sand, rocks, clay, or silt. So loams tend to be, well, aside from rocks, it's more like a perfect mix of clay, silt, and sand. So it's great watching these sheep do what they're meant to do. I just love it. They are finding some grass. Let me give you a close-up as to what some of this looks like. So here's our kind of sandy loam. You can see these are pieces of granite, actually, which we've got a lot of granite here in the highlands of central Arizona. But you can see this grass. It might look dead upon first inspection, and you'd be pretty close to correct. But if you can notice at the base, they're green, and it just rained, and it's starting to dry up again. But all these blades of grass that look sort of greenish, they turned bright green and look like, they had shot up from the base and were totally brand new leaves, but they're not, which is really interesting. You can see some greenish tinge to some of this grass, but it's really just dormant. And this is the native prairie grass here. These are different bunch grasses. I think this is blue grama right here. And then this is side oats grama. You can see it's got a little bit longer stalks, and there's actually seed heads that are on here that look like oats. If you've ever seen, raw oats before, or you ever feed them to your animals, that's what that looks like on the edges of those stalks. And I'm looking to see if there's any that were left over. I don't see any, but you can see there's a lot of bare spots in the soil here. There's also a lot of different types of plants. You can see this isn't a grass here. This is something different. And there are a lot of different small shrubs and things. Trying to look back over here. So this one here is that plant I think I was just showing you. It's got some foliage on it. It's like the sagey looking thing. I don't think it's related to sage, but the sheep love it. They'll eat that up. Anyway, you can see over here, this stuff looks a little bit greener, but it's still not super green. There's some there. That's definitely the blue grama there, and it is a little bit more green than some of this other stuff. But they grow in these clumps. It's a bunch grass. And then we've got oak in there, and that is holly grape, which has edible berries, which is pretty interesting. And they're a little bit tart, but they can be a little sweet at times in the year. Let me show you what the pasture looks like once the sheep graze on it. So this is not grazed, hasn't been grazed yet in 2 years. You can see it's a bunch of kind of dead stuff that's grown kind of tall. If you can see that compared to my shoe, it's a little bit tall. And you go over here, and obviously we have evidence that sheep have been here. But you can see this all looks kind of gray and dead. It's not, but the sheep have kind of cherry-picked the best pieces of the green that was left. And they left just kind of the dead stalks of stuff here. So this is what it looks like. More evidence that they've been here. So they were here day before yesterday, I believe. We're throwing some dead branches down, trying to create some what I'm calling macro mulch, and crunch that underfoot, making it some more mulch. But I was just bringing water out here to the sheep and figured show you guys what's going on. Well, I'm 10 minutes in. I hope this is interesting to somebody. It must be if you're watching this long. And if you are, thank you so much. If you want to drop us a like, or even better yet, a comment down below would be wonderful. If you're not subscribed yet, go ahead, subscribe. We are long-winded about our sheep. Sometimes our chickens, sometimes the vegetable garden, but we're doing our best to homestead here in kind of the high desert, where the high desert meets the forest, where the cactus meets the pines, up here on the Arizona Highland Homestead. Well, my name is Nick from Arizona Highland Homestead. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll have some more videos for you real soon.